In this video, I'm going to be responding to a question about adding an outline to a word in Cricut. So I'm going to start by typing out the word hello, and I'm going to make this word the size that I want. Let's say I want it 7 inches wide. So what I'm going to do is change that to the color that I want the front layer to be, and I'm going to duplicate it and make that copy black. So then I'm going to take the black layer and I'm going to make sure I send this to the back, and I'm going to ungroup both of these words. And then you're basically going to do this. Oh, we want this to be in the front. There we go. So if I put this over that's obviously the same size. So what I need to do now, this is the size I want, is I just need to adjust the size of the second H to be slightly bigger. We're going to say 1.75. So that gives a little bit of an outline. Now it's not going to be perfect, but this is the easy way in Design Space to create an outline for your word. I'm not going to continue with this tutorial just because I want to show you that adding an outline to your word is very complicated to do in Design Space. You can fuss with it like I just showed you, but ultimately what I recommend is Inkscape. And I'm going to show you how to do that in this program. Now as you can see, Inkscape is a little bit more complicated than Design Space. And that's actually why I recommend for the beginner who's not tech savvy to start getting comfortable in Design Space first. Ultimately, I'm going to be teaching you how to use Inkscape to create your own SVG files. And when it comes to creating an outline for text, that's the kind of project that I wouldn't even try doing in Design Space. I'd be using Inkscape. So if you're comfortable enough, it is a free program. Go ahead and download it. And I'm going to show you how I would create a word with an outline in Inkscape instead of in Design Space. So over here I've created 2 layers already. One is Word, the other is Offset. And I'm going to just click on one of the layers and I'm going to add a line of text. I'm going to write the word hello. I'm going to make it a cursive font. And right off the bat you can see in Inkscape the kerning with cursive font, it's already kerned properly. So, you know, that's another advantage that a program like this has when it comes to creating your files. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to convert this text. I'm going to come up here to Path, and I'm going to click Object to Path. And what that's going to do, you're not really going to be able to see, but the more comfortable you get with design, you'll understand that it converts text into a path that you can go in and edit little elements on it. Okay, so now that that's a path, I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to take this copy and I'm going to move the selection to the layer below. So now I have one word on offset and the other word on the word layer. So the word layer, I'm going to make this a pretty purple color. And I'm going to line these up just like I did before, but just for a moment I'm going to hide the word layer, and I'm going to come in here, click on offset, and I'm going to click on this where you can edit the path, and I'm going to come up to path and I'm going to click on outside, and I'm going to do this maybe 2 times, and just to see how it's looking I'm going to turn the word layer back on. So now you can see where the black outline is starting to show. So it's really however thick you want to make it. I'm just going to keep editing this and making it a little bit bigger. Let's try three more times. Okay, let's make this visible and see. So now I have a really nice black outline there. Now I can go really crazy. And let's do like so. Make this visible. And you see you have a nice thick outline. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to go ahead and edit the rest of the letters by clicking on path and outset. Make sure you don't have the arrow, you have the path, the node selector, that you have this option selected and that your object is converted to a path. So then it's as easy as just adding an outset, and this adjusts your letters the way you need them to be to create an outline. Oh. Like so, and let's make this visible. Okay, so now you can see I have a nice thick line around the H and a thinner line around the rest of it. So what I'm going to do now, and this is how you'd get it into Design Space, is I'm going to export, or I'm going to save as, and I'm going to select plain SVG. And I'm going to save this to my downloads, and we're going to say outline. Oh, we're going to call it outline. Save. So now I'm going to open Design Space and I'm going to upload. Go into my downloads. And because I saved this as an SVG file with 2 layers, I can ungroup. And I will want to weld these together. But now I have the 2 layers that I need for a word with outlines. And I can send this to the front and I can align these so they're centered. And then the size together I can adjust to 7 inches. And so now when I go to make it, I'm going to be cutting the first layer out of the outline color and the second layer out of the word color. I hope this video helps. Thanks for watching.